The seas, oceans, rivers, and lakes of the world are full of fascinating mysteries, but some of them hide unsuspected dangers. Whether you are attracted to enchanting landscapes or intriguing fauna, watch out for the traps that these rivers can hide. Let's dive together in these wonderful expanses of water, which, very often, can be fatal. White. Let's go. The Drake's Passage. What makes Drake passing so formidable? About 30 to 50 million years earlier, the rapid separation of South America and Antarctica has created this passage, generating overall cooling. Exhausting nearly 1,000 kilometers, it is the meeting point of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Austral Oceans, generating powerful currents. This passage, without any earthly obstacle, is particularly subject to violent winds. The waters flow there mainly from west to east, part of the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, the largest in the world, making it a challenge for sailors. Champlain. Lake Champlain is famous for its appearance in the film Blood Lake, Attack of the Killer Lampreys of 2014, inspired by lampreys' attacks on fish and even humans. These fish, resembling snakes, cling to other creatures to siphon their blood. The lampreys proliferate in the British rivers and lakes, making it careful all swimming. This lake, although attractive, therefore hides dangers. Lampreys' attacks should encourage vigilance before diving into its waters. The beauty of the lake should not make us forget the potential risks hiding there. A reminder that nature can be both fascinating and perilous. Rio Tinto. The Rio Tinto, which arises in the mountains of Sierra de Ovo in Spain, is known for its unique ecosystem. For about 5,000 years, this river has been the metal extraction site, such as copper and gold. Although it is visually fascinating, its waters are not conducive to swimming. The bright red color of the river is due to bacteria which oxidize the dissolved metals, making the medium hostile to swimmers. This extreme environment, however, attracts scientists because it presents conditions similar to those of other celestial bodies, in particular potentially habitable environments in Europe, a moon of Jupiter. Rio Tinto thus embodies a delicate balance between beauty and danger. The Dead Sea. The Dead Sea, although it seems to be a place where it would be impossible to drown thanks to the buoyancy of its salt waters, is actually classified as the second most dangerous place to swim in Israel. By floating on the back, there is no problem, but turning around to float on the belly, the density of the water makes it difficult to straighten or push its members down to return to the back. If you want to try the experience of floating in the Dead Sea, it is advisable to choose an area monitored by a lifeguard. The Dead Sea, with its extreme salinity rate, offers a unique experience, but it hides real dangers that should not be underestimated. Cahill's Crossing, located on the East Alligator River in the Northern Territory, is sadly famous for its waters infested with crocodiles and the human misadventures that occur there. Each year, many reckless people try to cross this submerged area, but often end up with the current in the waters populated by crocodiles. Some even dare to bathe or fish, sometimes taking their children. A recent census led by the rangers has counted 120 crocodiles on a section of 6 kilometers south of Cahill's Crossing. Despite the warning signs reporting the extreme risk of crocodile attacks, many tourists persist in venturing there, endangering their lives. This place, although popular, remains a place where the danger is omnipresent and where lives have been lost, thus stressing the importance of respecting the warnings and being cautious. Potomac. The Potomac, a river located near Washington, D.C., is renowned for its picturesque landscapes, but it hides a deadly danger. Extending on 14 miles, the Potomac route attracts many outdoor activities, lovers such as kayaking and hiking. However, his quiet appearance can be misleading. The underwater currents are powerful, creating dangerous eddies, even in apparently calm areas. Reckless swimmers, fishermen, and hikers can quickly be trapped by the force of water, making it a dreaded place for those who venture there. It is essential not to be fooled by the serenity of the river, because it has already caused many tragic accidents. The beauty of the Potomac can encourage exploration, but it hides major risks. Caution is therefore in order for anyone who wishes to take advantage of this fascinating river, because it remains a place where nature can be cruel. The Boiling River. In the heart of the Amazon is a unique river, the Sinai Tim Pishka, which extends over 4 miles. Its temperature is so high that it can cook any animal that is adventure. The creatures that fall there see their eyes cook and melt in their skull, unable to flee from pain. This river reaches temperatures up to 91 degrees Celsius. The reason for this extreme heat remains a mystery, because it is 700 kilometers from the nearest volcano. A theory suggests that boiling water from the depths of the Earth could escape through geological faults, creating an unparalleled geothermal system. The river is fascinating, but it is also terribly dangerous. The living conditions it houses are similar to those that could be found on other celestial bodies, which draws the attention of scientists. Despite its intriguing appearance, it is strongly advised not to venture there, because the consequences can be fatal. The Chennai Timpishka remains a testimony to the wonders and the dangers that nature can offer. Jacobs. Well, if you are looking for a way to refresh yourself in the face of the stifling heat of Texas, you will undoubtedly be attracted by crystal waters at 20 degrees Celsius from Jacobs Well. However, this place houses some of the most dangerous diving caves in the world. It is also the entrance to the second longest submerged cave from Texas, with depths exceeding 30 meters. The mouth of this natural well is about 9 meters deep and opens onto a large network of caves where many inexperienced divers never come out. For those who simply want to enjoy this natural wonder, it is advisable to be content to dip your feet near the entrance. But for thrill seekers, another place could be more appropriate. Between 1964 and 1984, 8 fatal diving accidents were identified there, and that is why only researchers with special license are allowed to explore the ruthless depths of Jacobs Well today. Panels warn dangers, indicating "Stop, avoid death, do not go further," accompanied by facts on frequent accidents that occurred in these caves. Lake Natron, located in Tanzania, Lake Natron is a fascinating place, but terribly inhospitable. With temperatures reaching 120 degrees Fahrenheit, around 49 degrees Celsius, and an extreme chemical composition, it is almost impossible for life to flourish in its waters. The surface of the lake is covered with a red salt crust, and its pH can reach 10.5, making the environment particularly hostile. According to local legend, any creature that bathes in its waters is transformed into stone, which earned it the nickname Lake Medusa. Although this lake is a real eye show, it is crucial not to venture there. Animals not adapted to its ecosystem can undergo serious burns on the skin and eyes. Despite this, the lake is a place popular with flamingos, attracted by the seaweed that proliferate there. The beauty of the landscape can seduce visitors, but it is better to be content to admire this natural wonder from afar. In summary, Lake Natron is a striking example of how nature can be both beautiful and dangerous, a place where curiosity can quickly turn into disaster. Lake Karachai. Lake Karachai is often described as one of the most polluted places on the planet. In the 1950s, this lake became a discharge site for radioactive materials from a nearby nuclear storage and nuclear reprocessing installation. Accidents and disasters that followed further aggravated the situation, leading to an epidemic of cancellation-related diseases which affected around 65% of the inhabitants of the region. Some areas of the lake are so dangerous that 1 hour exposure may be enough to receive a deadly dose of radiation. Currently, efforts are underway to seal the lake with concrete and earth, but that does not make Karachai a tourist destination. Access to the lake is strictly limited, and the authorities warn against the extreme risks associated with contamination. The toxicity of its waters makes it a place to avoid at all costs. In short, Lake Karachai represents a warning on the dangers of nuclear pollution and the disastrous consequences it can cause. The situation remains worrying, and the safety of the inhabitants continues to be a priority. The Amazonian Basin. Exhausting nearly 40% of South America, the Amazonian Basin covers countries such as Brazil, Peru, and Colombia. This region, which houses an incredible diversity of flora and fauna, is also the home of a multitude of dangers. Diving into its waters can be fatal, as many predators roam below the surface. Meetings with eels, piranhas, alligators, and anacondas are frequent. One of the most formidable is the candiru, a parasitic fish cat known for its ability to break into the orifices of the human body, causing serious injuries. The Amazonian Basin, despite its natural beauty, is thus a place where life and death are closely cohabiting. each adventure in this region must be approached with caution because the dangers are omnipresent and often underestimated. The richness of the ecosystem attracts the curious, but it is crucial to respect the safety rules. The waters of the Amazon River, although attractive, hide threats which can transform an exciting exploration into a real nightmare. The stories of accidents and disappearances are legion, reminding everyone that nature, while being fascinating, can also be ruthless. The beauty of the Amazonian basin should not make us forget the necessary precautions to evolve in complete safety. Citarum River, Indonesia. Citarum, infamous, is considered the most polluted river in the world. This ecological disaster is mainly caused by human activity. The river is saturated with non-biodegradable waste and harmful chemicals, making it a real dumping ground. On the outskirts, more than 200 textile factories pour their wastewater, loaded with dyes and toxic substances such as arsenic and mercury. This pollution is exacerbated by the millions of residents who use the river as a huge trash can. The consequences on the environment and public health are alarming. Residents suffer from poor water quality diseases, and aquatic biodiversity is seriously threatened. Citarum once had considerable ecological importance, housing a variety of aquatic species, but these populations are now in decline. Despite the efforts to clean the river, the situation remains critical. Government initiatives and NGOs try to raise awareness and rehabilitate the Citarum. However, challenges are immense because it is difficult to change the behaviors anchored for decades. In short, Citarum is an example striking the ravages of industrial pollution, recalling the importance of responsible management of natural resources and the need for collective awareness. The river is a symbol of ecological struggles around the world, and its history must serve as a warning for the future. The exploration of water bodies can offer dazzling scenes, but it is crucial to be aware of the hidden dangers that accompany them. From the power of the currents to biological threats, each site has risks that adventurers must take into account to guarantee their security. Do not forget, caution is in order when you venture into these fascinating and potentially fatal environments.